All right, this is my 15-inch MacBook Air M5. And honestly, this thing is already a productivity monster. It's thin, silent, fast, and the 15.3-inch screen gives you a decent amount of specs. But let's be real, one screen is never enough. So today, we're checking out the KEFEYA P7. This bad boy right here. So this is a dual monitor setup for laptops, a portable screen extender that turns your laptop into a triple screen workstation. And I'm testing it with the MacBook Air M5 15.3 inch to see if it's actually useful or just another bulky laptop accessory that looks cooler than it works. So let's get into the unboxing. Okay, pretty big box, pretty heavy. Let's see. So as you can see right here, you got some of the specs, right? 15.6 inches, 1920 by 1080p, 60 hertz. Okay. Let's see. Oh, a lot of cables. Okay, we got USB-C. Like it's just an angle. Yeah. So USB-C to a 90-degree angle USB-C adapter. Same thing here. We have a USB-C to USB-A adapter. We have an HDMI to a angled USB-C adapter. I'm sure this is gonna be another repeat. Yes, sir. It does tell you too right here, the label. And what is this? A little power brick. Oh, okay. It does have some specs on it. All right. So, and nothing here. Of course, your usual user guide. And bam. All right, put that to the side. Ooh, okay. We'll check that out in a minute. And now, the pièce of the resistance. Take the foam off. Ooh. All right, get this box out of the way. What is this? Oh, look at this. Okay. Got your little carrying case. I like that. Oh, it's like a suede material too. With a pocket. I don't know what you can put in here. Probably can put a couple Twinkies in there. Or Snickers. Oh, nice. All right, let's take this thing out. Ooh. Well, this is nice. All right. Make sure nothing else is in here. Nope. So we're gonna toss to all these shenanigans. Well, I may need these. I may need those. All right. So we have a Velcro strap. Take that out. To the side. And see some of those. Just read some of those warnings. What's your experience recommend adjusting support? Blah blah blah. Okay, so all right. Look like this one opens first. I think I got this upside down. Yeah. I'm gonna flip it. This one opens first. And this one. Ooh. I don't even have room on this desk for this thing. Wow, okay. Pretty interesting. All right, so yeah, let's not waste any time. Oh, let me see what this says. Gently open and close. It is forbidden to squeeze the screen with rough switches. Okay. All right, don't squeeze, don't pierce, remove protective film. I mean, if they have to tell you this, then okay. All right, let's get the other PS of the resistance. Let's get the MacBook Pro up here. All right. Bam. So we're gonna have to figure a way. I may have to take the case off of this. All right, I'm not sure yet, but it's probably, yeah, I'll probably have to take the case off of it. Let's see. All right. Okay, hold on. So, like I said, as far as like the design wise, yeah, the bezels are pretty thin, and it doesn't weigh a lot like I thought it was going to be. Yeah, and like I said, if it, like, as you can see earlier, it folds down to a very portable setup. All right, pretty cool. And yeah, so it's not bulky at all. So it's not something you want to feel in your bag. So yeah, it's portable, but not invisible. All right. So again, first impression, this thing is definitely built for people who want more screen space without carrying around a full desktop monitor. All right. So again, the design is pretty straightforward. You have two extra screens that will sit behind your laptop display, giving you that full triple monitor layout. So, all right. So again, let's go ahead and put this thing to the test. And again, so it's gonna be depending on your sitting position and how much real estate you have on your desk. Like I said, I have this rig here that has poles on, as you can see right here. So I'm gonna have to kind of maneuver around that. So, but we'll make it work. We will make it work. All right, so let's go ahead and play with this thing. All right. Okay. All right. So okay. So the KEFEYA P7 has a very functional design. It's not trying to be luxurious like the MacBook Air. The MacBook is aluminum, thin, clean, and premium. And this is more of a practical workstation accessory. All right. So the hinges feel important here because if these are weak, the whole experience falls apart. All right. You want the screen to stay where you put them, especially when you are typing or moving things around your desk. And the good thing is, once you get it positioned, it gives you that command center feeling, right? The MacBook Air will be set up right in the middle, and then you have one screen on the left and one screen on the right, okay? And you are not trapped inside one of those a small, just one laptop screen anymore. So, but one thing I want to point out, so because you're using this with the thin MacBook Air, so balance does matter, right? Because the MacBook Air is light, and once you attach or position extra display around it, you want to make sure the stand is properly supported. So this is not gonna clamp, or that's what I thought originally, that it was gonna clamp around a laptop. No, it doesn't. So I'm fine with the case. So if you do have a case on your MacBook, you're fine. You don't need to remove it. That is perfect. One thing also, it does adjust, right? Let me bring it a little closer. If you pull this around, so if you got one of those huge gaming laptops, 17-inch, 16-inch, it will adjust to that size, right? But for us, for what we need to do, we can leave it to the default setting. All right, also, I want to point this out real quick. You have this. So this is a kickstand, right? So that's what will support this thing. So whatever position, whatever way you feel comfortable, if you want to lean the screen further back, which you can see, because I got it where I want it to be already. And oh, by the way, these are our ports. Let me get some more lighting here. As you can see here. So we have, oh, it's also marked right there on top for you. So you got the Type C1, Type C2, and also this is the power one. And also you got the, it's like a little wheel, but yeah, it goes up and down. Oh yeah, it's like a rocker. It's like a rocker switch, but you can also push it in as well. But yeah, so anyway, enough talking. Let's get this thing going. So what I will do, I already attached my two USB-C to my Thunderbolt ports. So we're just gonna go ahead and plug them in. Let's see which one I want to do. USB. Okay, I want to do this one. Hold on. Okay, this is gonna be C1. See, this is where the angle cable comes to play. So I'm gonna do C1 here. Boom. And I'll put C2. Okay, I also see a little light in there, so it's getting powered. All right. So now let's go ahead and deploy our command center. Bam, bam, bam. That is all, folks. That's it. That's it. Let me push this a little bit because I am zoomed out here so you guys can see better. All right. All right, so make sure my kickstand is where I want it to be. Hold on. I'll take one lean it back a little bit better. There you go. Yeah, perfect. So again, you can adjust this as you want. Push them further back, however you want. And again, let me turn off this light here so we can check the screen better. Boom. And yeah, we're in business, guys. I don't know if you can see. We got lights, so I just got to remove these protective screen. Oh, that peeling feeling. Yes, sir. Where you at? Right there. Peel number 2. Are you gonna be as satisfying as the first one? Don't. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. All right. All right, enough playing around. All right, so here you go. There you go. So this is absolutely amazing. Now I'm a triple screen away, and I can push them out furthermore. Again, I'm a little cramped here on space because of these bars. I mean, I could push them further back, but we're good here. We're good. I know you guys can see. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So far, we have to hold on. I'm trying to move this thing around. Oh, I lost my cursor. Where did it go? Oh, okay, right here. Moving too damn fast. Okay, we'll go back in the center. Okay, I can't move from this the left one. I can go to the right. Can I go further? Oh yeah. So we gotta make some adjustment here. So, okay, so these two screen, don't want to play nice, so I have to make the whole twirling around from here to here to here. Okay, let's try to fix this. Da, da, da. Hold on. Like I said, I haven't been on Mac in a minute, so just bear with me now. Bear with me. But the beauty is that we know this thing works. And again, having two Thunderbolt 4 on a MacBook Air is all you need. All you need, because if you do have some computers where you have either one Thunderbolt 4 or fully have an HDMI, they do provide a cable that's HDMI to USB-C that you can plug behind there, and then HDMI on your laptop. So you're good on that end. All right, so let's go to just show it display. Okay, so let's blow this up. Well, I want it to be bigger. Come on now. All right, so we got, okay, so you see, it does show our displays. Zoom in a little bit for us. Call welcome. So welcome right, welcome left. I'm assuming that's what R and L stands for. All right, so let's see, how can we arrange them? So arrange this. So to arrange display, drag them to the, oh, okay. So built-in display, welcome. All right. So we're gonna move, wait. Oh, wait a minute. We're gonna move this to here. Why are you looking funny, guy? And we're gonna say done. Can I move to, ooh, yes, sir. All right, perfect, it's done. It's done, done. We're gonna close this now, because that's the way I prefer it. I'm gonna zoom back out. So now to show you guys, I'm just gonna, let's just, what else I wanna do? Hold on, let's just find, let's run application real quick, hold on. Let's play, so we're on Safari, so okay. So all right, so I'm gonna split Wi-Fi man here, boom, and we're gonna pull up the Apple page on the left side. I'm gonna blow this up. There you go. There you go. This is beautiful. Yeah, I mean, listen, my main PC, my personal setup, I want to do screen. I am going to a triple screen because I want my main screen to be OLED monitor. So I'm pricing, looking at some OLED right now. So, and then I'm gonna keep my two Asus monitors that I have and put them sideways. I may put them portrait. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, this is awesome. So, for example, we can go. Let's see. Right now, I want to watch a YouTube video. All right. So let's run my channel. Let's watch one of my videos. Okay, so let's see. My first video. Let's go. I hate ads.
Is the Sorso Cremio drinking system.
Keep it moving,
As you can see,
buddy.
It's sitting under the sink.
So while you're watching a video here, you can sit here doing some work. You can be over here, chatting or whatever you want to do. Let me pause this. So the world is your oyster right now. Okay. So, all right. So again, the setup is pretty easy, pretty interesting because, like I said, good thing the MacBook Air, the M5 already comes with two Thunderbolt 4 ports, and then Apple say, the those ports support up to 2 external display. So pairing it with a dual screen extender is actually easy and kind of makes sense if it's what you want. So, but yeah, and again with the KEFEYA P7, I mean the goal is simple: connect both screen, go into macOS display setting and arrange the screen how you want it, just like I just did. And once connected, macOS sees the screen. Again, like I said, you can drag them into any position that you want. So like I said, my setting is what I prefer. Like I said, I prefer to have the MacBook display in the center, okay, and then keeping the left so I can know my orientation. I know this is my left display, this is my right display, right? So that way my cursor can move freely from side to side. Because remember, originally it's set up where I have to turn, I have to went from this was display 1, 2, and 3. So now I got 1, 2, 3. But again, yeah, like I said, and again, for clean setup, like I said, make sure it arranged correctly in macOS where you want it, okay? Because if you move the mouse to the wrong screen, then that way, like I say, it's gonna get stuck here. Then you gotta, oh yeah, I gotta go all the way around. So make it work for you. Make it easy for you. That's what I have to say. So whatever floats your boat, make it work for you. Yeah. So again, so real world testing. Right. Again, you just see how I got YouTube here. I can put YouTube in the middle if I want to be more centered. And again, like I said, those can push further out where they can really like a straight line across where they don't really. But again, the position I am right now, yeah, I've been pulling a little bit towards me. But like I said, if I had the full real estate, I could push them all the way out. That's also an option you can use. But yeah, so again, with the MacBook Air, like I said, the laptop itself has enough performance to handle this kind of multitasking pretty easy. And again, it's already a fast computer for everyday tasks. So just adding the 2 display can make you a productivity genius. But okay, so display quality. Let's talk about that. So okay, yeah, I obviously just right now it's not as bright as the MacBook display, right? So that's I don't know how do I put it. That's as expected. That's what I'm looking for. But again, the text are readable, right? And it's easy to manage. Like if you're pulling documents, you're reading emails. Like I said, it is perfectly fine. I mean, to me, right? Again, this is not some 4K display where you want to go play some AAA games. Like I said, if you want your more important stuff, again, I guess I would suggest you can put a video in the center and then put like more text related stuff on the side instead. And but yeah, portability, like I said, I already showed you guys. You can flip it. It doesn't weigh a lot. I feel like it's be easier because I have a backpack where it can take 2 a notebook, so I can easily fit. And as you can see, it comes in a little carrying case, right? But again, for things to like more fluid, you might just put everything in one backpack. And but yeah, so all right, things I like about this. All right, so first, the screen real estate is an obvious win, right? You went from 1 screen to 3 screen, and it's been pretty easy and simple setup. Nothing crazy. You have to go filling around with different stuff. You just plug your cables on your Thunderbolt 4, plug them in the display, and voila, you got them already working. Again, it's flexibility, right? I like the way you can move the angle of the screen. You can adjust the layout, right? You have so that I absolutely like. And then, like I said, it works perfect with the MacBook Air. I don't know if depends on the laptop you use. You might have to do a different setting. Like I say, if you only have one Thunderbolt 4 or if you have no Thunderbolt 4, you might have just one HDMI. So then things are gonna get complicated. All right. So make sure if you want one of these, you gotta make sure your laptop can have the specs to run it. And then again, it makes this feel like a full desktop setup without losing portability, right? You can go to the library, wherever you are, you just flip this out, just boom, you're in your own world. Now, things I don't like. Again, nothing is perfect, right? And this is far from it, okay? So, again, the first downside, I feel like it's cable management. So anytime you're using 2 extra display to a laptop, cable become part of the setup, right? There's no way around it, right? So you gotta use the cable, and also you lose both of your USB Thunderbolt ports. So right now I'm Thunderbolt-less. So I think with the Pro has three. Yeah. So you probably better off with, like I said, if you have a MacBook Pro, something that has more than 2 Thunderbolt. Great, because now if I need to use any peripherals, yeah, I'm screwed. And okay, so again, like I said, the MacBook Air display is clearly better than the side display. Like I said, I mentioned that before. It's as expected, but it's something you notice immediately, but it's something you will get used to it and you get over it, right? Because it's function over look, right? You want the functionality, or you want from 4K displays running around. So again, it's not a deal breaker for me, right? But again, I just need to mention that. And then also, this is not really a lap setup. You can't put this thing on your lap at the airport, or if you're cramping a little space. You do need to be comfortable using the desk, because you need to rely on that kickstand that's behind the center piece. So yeah, so it's not that portable, right? And then lastly, depending on the bag and how light you like to travel, this may feel like a more of a chunky setup, right? To travel with this, especially the 15-inch, which is now heavier, so you're gonna have some weight on your back, okay? And then, like I said, the main question is, is this portable, right? And do you need this enough? Do you need this badly enough to carry it? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Okay, and then finally, who should buy this? All right, so I think the P7 makes more sense for remote workers, students, if you're a creator, you're a coder, and like I said, you need those extra release to IT professional, stock traders, right? Them boys like to have like a 10 screen in front of their face. You know, you're a business traveler. And that one guy that I always say, oh man, I wish I could use another screen right now. All right. But if you're mostly watching Netflix, browser web, and answer a few email, this is overkill. All right. You do not need this. But if your workflow leaves across multiple windows, this can genuinely save you time, all right, and make you more productive. For me, using it with a MacBook Air makes a lot of sense, because the laptop is already thin, and again, like I said, I'm used to have a dual screen setup at home. Now I get a triple screen with my laptop. Hell yeah. You know, don't ask me twice. So again, the P7 give it the screen space that it's missing, right, when you're away from your main desk. All right, so final verdict. All right, the P7, it's not a must-have for every laptop user, right? But if you're kind of the person who gets frustrated working from one screen, this is the kind of accessory that can completely change your setup. And with the MacBook Air, especially with the 15-inch I have here, it feels like a mobile workstation. You get the performance and battery life of the MacBook Air with the screen release state of a desktop setup. So like I said, over time, once I do a long test, we'll check how does it affect battery life. Right now I'm at 82% battery life. So that's one thing also I need to mention. Yeah. Now remember, I'm on battery, not using any power. So keep in mind that 18-hour battery life, it won't be 18 hours anymore, okay? So just keep that in mind, because now you have 2 extra screens, right, pulling power from the battery. So I would recommend, if you're using this setup and you're doing important work, make sure you're close to a charger, right? Make sure you're close to power, whatever it is, or if you're using a power bank, whatever the case may be, to just keep your battery juiced up. And yeah, so like I said, it is not perfect. The displays, like I said, they don't match the MacBook screen quality. Again, the cable can be in the way, but if you tuck them away like this, it shouldn't be such an issue. Yeah, and like I said, it's definitely more of a desk setup than a casual portable accessory. But for productivity, this is it. This makes totally sense. And like I said, if you travel, you work remotely, you edit videos, you manage a lot of browser tabs, or just want your MacBook to, or your any computer, to feel more like a full desktop setup. And yeah, the KEFEYA P7 is worth checking out. So all right, so let's get into pricing. All right, perfect. As a matter of fact, we can just go. All right, guys. So final step, well, we're looking at the pricing. So there she is. So this is the KEFEYA P7. So as you can see, it's a laptop screen extender. It's 15.6-inch FHD 1080p portable triple monitor. So pricing right now is $219. Not cheap at all. But there's a big but. If you need this, if this is part of your work, part of your business, you're making money, and you need this setup, this shouldn't be your concern, right? So this shouldn't be your concern. I guess it is on sale. So I'll come into this corner here. It's $299, so 27% off. But yeah, again, if this is your livelihood, your work, you editor on the go, you're getting paid, and this will make your workflow faster, right? And make your life easier, your work easier, then yeah, I'll say $219 is money well spent. Okay, I'm not justifying, but again, if you don't need this, if you just web browsing, you're not nothing. Again, if you're not getting paid to do anything, then yeah, why don't spend the money? But if I'm getting paid, I'm traveling, and I'm getting paid to do work, and this will cut my workflow in half, or whatever time, because I can just have things here. I can be on a video call, and then looking at my stats, stuff like that. Then yeah, definitely. So, and once again, like I said, I'll drop the link down in the description for you guys to check out. And but yeah, this is it, guys. And again, thank you for watching. And again, let me know down in the comment, would you actually carry a dual monitor laptop setup like this, right? Or it is too much for a portable workstation?